Welcome back to Astronomy Daily, the podcast that brings you the universe one story at a time. I'm Avery.
And I'm Anna. We have a packed show for you today. We'll be covering SpaceX's incredible new milestone with Starship,
A rundown of a very busy week for rocket launches all around the world,
an ancient interstellar visitor spotted by the James Webb Space Telescope for the first time, and a unique way to celebrate the unsung heroes of space history.
It's a big day for space news, so let's get right to it.
First up, the news that has everyone buzzing. SpaceX's Starship completed its 10th test flight, and what a flight it was. This was a truly spectacular demonstration of progress for the world's largest rocket.
It really was, Anna. This wasn't just about getting off the ground and reaching space. They hit a series of ambitious milestones that are absolutely critical for the rocket's operational future.
Let's break them down. For the first time, they successfully opened and closed the payload door while coasting in space. This is that famous PEZ dispenser door we've heard about, designed to deploy the next generation of Starlink satellites.
That test alone is a huge deal, but they didn't stop there. They also demonstrated an in-space propellant transfer, moving super-chilled liquid oxygen between tanks. This is a foundational technology for refueling in orbit, which is necessary for long-duration missions to the Moon and Mars.
And the biggest one for me, Avery, was the successful reignition of a Raptor engine in space. Firing an engine in the vacuum of space is a completely different challenge than on the launch pad. This proves they can perform the deorbit burn needed to return to Earth or the landing burn for a lunar or Martian arrival.
And we can't forget about the super heavy booster. After separation, it executed a perfect boost back burn and made a gentle, targeted splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. The footage was just breathtaking.
Absolutely picture perfect. It was so controlled. While catching it with the Mechazilla arms is the ultimate goal, proving they can bring it down to a precise location in the ocean is a massive hurdle cleared. It shows the hardware works as designed.
So putting it all together, this is a monumental win for SpaceX and their vision. It's not just about their own goals for Mars. NASA is relying heavily on a modified Starship as the human landing system for its Artemis program. This test flight will give everyone at the agency a lot more confidence that Starship can deliver.
It sure will. The pace of development is just incredible. It feels less like an incremental step and more like a giant leap towards a future where access to space is routine. Truly exciting times.
And while Starship may have stolen the headlines, it was far from the only rocket leaving Earth. It's been an incredibly busy week for launches across the globe, a real showcase of the accelerating pace of the modern space industry.
Absolutely. Kicking things off in Asia, China's state-owned CASC launched a Long March 2D rocket. It was carrying another batch of satellites for their Goewang low Earth orbit internet constellation, which is China's strategic answer to services like Starlink and OneWeb.
Back in the U.S., SpaceX continued its relentless launch pace with the Falcon 9. They successfully launched the NEOS mission, a highly advanced reconnaissance satellite for the French government. But the payload wasn't the only story here, was it?
Not at all. The first stage booster that lofted that satellite was completing its 27th flight. Let that sink in. 27 successful launches and landings for one piece of hardware. It's a number that completely redefines what's possible in aerospace.
It's a stunning achievement in engineering and logistics. That level of reusability is what drives down costs and increases access to space for everyone. And speaking of other major players, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin is preparing for a launch as well. Their new Shepard rocket is on the path for its next suborbital science mission. This flight, designated NS-26, is packed with science. It's carrying over 40 payloads from NASA, universities, and commercial research institutions.
It's a great platform for microgravity research. This particular flight is carrying experiments to study everything from the behavior of fluids in space, which is critical for life support systems, to how spaceflight affects plant cells and DNA.
And of course, rounding out the week, it wouldn't be space news without the steady drumbeat of Starlink launches. SpaceX sent up several more batches, continuing to expand the global coverage and capacity of their satellite internet service.
From government missions to commercial science and global internet, it's a clear sign of a vibrant and diverse launch industry firing on all cylinders.
All right, let's pivot from the roar of rockets to the silent, steady gaze of our most powerful eye in the sky. The James Webb Space Telescope has captured a stunning new look at a mysterious visitor from far beyond our solar system.
This is a really fantastic story of cosmic detective work. For the first time, Webb focused its powerful infrared instruments on an object named Comet 3I/Atlas. The I in its name is crucial. It stands for interstellar. This means the comet is not gravitationally bound to our sun. It's just passing through from another star system.
And this isn't a common occurrence. It's only the third interstellar object we've ever definitively identified after Oumuamua and Borisov. And Webb's capabilities allowed for an unprecedented level of analysis.
Exactly. Webb didn't just take a picture, it performed spectroscopy on the coma, which is the fuzzy atmosphere of gas and dust that boils off the comet's icy nucleus as it gets closer to the sun. This allowed scientists to identify its chemical makeup.
And what they found was truly unique. This comet has the highest ratio of carbon dioxide to water ever measured in any comet. It's incredibly rich in CO2, which suggests it formed in a very, very cold region of its home star system.
A region likely much colder and different from the birthplace of our own solar system's comets. This distinct chemical signature is like a birth certificate, providing clues about the specific conditions in the protoplanetary disk where it originated, light years away.
And there's another incredible detail. Its age. Based on its trajectory and composition, scientists estimate Comet 3I Atlas is roughly 7 billion years old. That makes it significantly older than our entire solar system, which clocks in at about 4.6 billion years.
So we are looking at a pristine, frozen relic from a star system that was mature before our sun even ignited. It's a time capsule from an ancient alien world, and studying it helps us understand the vast diversity of planetary systems across the galaxy.
For our last story, we're coming back down to Earth for a moment to look at a creative way people are celebrating the history of getting off it.
This is a neat one. The design studio Chop Shop, known for their beautiful space-themed artwork and apparel, is releasing a new series of their Great Leaps enamel pins.
And these aren't just pins of the usual suspects like the Saturn V or the Space Shuttle. The whole point of this series is to celebrate the lesser-known but incredibly important milestones in space history.
Right. They're shining a spotlight on moments that were foundational to everything that came after. For example, one of the new pins commemorates Robert Goddard's first successful liquid-fueled rocket launch in 1926.
Which was basically the Kitty Hawk moment for the entire space age. It was a tiny rocket that flew for just 2.5 seconds, but it proved the fundamental concept that would eventually take us to the moon.
Another pin in the series celebrates a different kind of milestone, a political one. It honors the 1975 treaty between the United States and the Soviet Union that paved the way for the Apollo-Soyuz test project and ultimately the International Space Station.
That's so important to remember. Space exploration isn't just about engineering. It's about diplomacy, collaboration, and shared human ambition. It's a cool way for space enthusiasts to wear a piece of that deeper history on their jacket or backpack.
It is. It's a wonderful reminder that for every famous giant leap, there were countless smaller, crucial steps that made it possible. And that brings us to the end of another episode, from the triumphant flight of Starship to a 7-billion-year-old interstellar comet. It's been another remarkable day in space.
It certainly has. Thanks so much for joining us on Astronomy Daily. We hope you enjoyed the journey.
You can find more content and connect with us on our social media channels. Just search for Astro Daily Pod or visit us on our website at astronomydaily.io. We love hearing from our listeners.
Until next time, keep looking up.